Hi, I'm Melanie.
And I'm Corey.
And welcome to Love 'em and Lead 'em.
Lessons and laughs with the ladies of Dog Training Camp USA.
In this podcast, you'll take away proven and practical dog training advice with plenty of stories and laughs along the way.
Join us as we share our experience from the kennel and from life.
With that, let's sniff our way into this episode. Howdy.
Hey, we're back.
We're here to do some crimes.
Oh my God, your shirt. Okay, this shirt is ridiculous today.
Yeah.
It's a raccoon with a cowboy hat, and it says, "Let's do crimes."
I mean, my version of a crime is going through a yellow light.
Not putting your shopping cart away.
No, I always do that.
You would never commit that crime.
I would never.
Well, I think it's kind of funny because you didn't exactly know what my shirt was today.
Well, yeah, I did. I knew it was about cats.
Oh, in case y'all don't know, I'm a cat lady through and through.
I knew. Okay, so it says Olivia and Meredith, and it's two.
Wait, read the bottom.
Likenesses of felines. Friends forever.
You gotta love a good
my
cat
understanding is there's a famous cat named after two famous female TV characters. So I knew that in my brain, but I didn't quite put the connection together. I was like, I think this is Olivia Benson and Meredith.
And you were right.
Even though I've never seen those two shows, but I think from pop culture references. But I was missing a piece.
How have you never seen Law and Order or Grey's Anatomy? That's ridiculous.
Well, of course I've seen, I know what they look like, but I've never watched.
Oh my God, I can't. Okay. So this is a shirt of Taylor Swift's cats.
Yeah, she admires those characters so much. She named her cats after them.
Correct. And I went to the Taylor Swift concert and I wore this shirt because I'm a cat lady.
And apparently when you really like something, you name your pet after it. Just like this gentleman we're going to talk to today.
Oh, yes.
See what I did there?
You did. You did a good one. That's true, though. That's true.
And this dog we're going to talk about today, his name is Guinness.
So his dad must really like that beer.
I really like Guinness, too.
I know I don't. I feel like you need to drink it with a fork and a knife.
It sticks to your ribs.
Ugh.
I like it.
Ugh.
So
it even looks like mashed potatoes on top. Just saying.
Your butt looks like mashed.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, man. Okay. This guy called us with a dog named Guinness.
Yeah, he called and said that he had adopted a French bulldog from a Frenchie rescue and that it was used as a breeding dog. So it was, who knows? Here we go again. Who knows what kind of life this dog had?
Yeah,
whatever.
We never know.
If it's getting plucked out and given to our client, it's winning the freaking lottery.
Yeah.
So, but he just kept saying, he's going to the bathroom all the time. I can't get him to stop. I just need potty training. And so we talked and talked and talked. And then he started having some medical issues. And still our client said, if you can just potty train him, we can, I can keep him.
He's in love with the dog at this point. He's attached.
Yeah, oh my God. He's taken off. He's told his boss that he has to work from home because he has to give his dog 500 baths a day because he poops all the time and he gets in it and he's an absolute mess. So this is all being described on the phone. And I finally said,
brother, you
better just bring this dog in here. I feel like we need to get some eyes on it.
How did that happen though? Because he ended up coming for the plan was a trial day. But the first time we met him, it ended up being we were supposed to have him overnight. And I'm looking at this dog and I'm like, this dog ain't staying here overnight because he was a total mess.
Well, he came in and it was going to be, let's meet him and then we can keep him overnight and see how it goes. So we kind of combined the consult and the trial day. So he didn't have to come in twice.
And the only reason we agreed to that is because I talked to the vet on the phone. Or you talked.
I talked to the vet.
Yeah.
So, okay. So we had him come in. We told him that we would like to consult with his veterinarian that he'd been to multiple times since adopting the dog, just to make sure that she felt the dog was stable enough medically and whatnot. He was having some, well, what we now know are seizures, but
I mean, the owner just reported periods of listlessness, lethargic behavior,
like freakouts in the crate, pooping, and then having incidents within the crate. So,
like, what we were kind of thinking that day you dropped him off is we think that maybe some seizures are being triggered by stress of going in the crate because they bonded so quickly and the guy was taking.
And it circles back to if he was a breeder dog and he was kept in a crate forever, it just might be triggering for him too.
I think it was more so the environment changed and him and that guy bonded so hardcore. And who knows what the crate usage was like before, but I think that's maybe a bigger piece of it. But anyways, he went fucking tits up in our front yard.
Literally.
Scared the hell out of me.
I looked outside and you were like doing chest compressions. I was like, oh shit, what's going on? Oh my God.
I didn't like that at all. Okay, so back it up. We consult with this guy's like, this dog has seizures, but I really love him, but I can't get him potty trained. I mean, that's just kind of
that's the crux of it.
That's the main thing. We're like, okay, we really don't like this, but we think we can help if he's stable enough. So after talking to their vet about the things that they've done with the medications and the treatment plans, and of course it's not our background, it's not our strong suit. Now we manage dogs,
the medical part,
with behavioral medicine all the time, and we pay pretty close attention to what meds are making dogs do what things, and keep pretty detailed notes on that. But this was one I was like, we better double check with somebody.
So she cleared him. She's like, yeah, you guys you guys can go ahead and train him, and the dad is great and he knows that he has an extremely medically fragile dog. So if you guys are comfortable and he's in agreement, then go for it.
I mean, he signed our legal papers, but I was like, I just want to be clear. You're not going to sue us.
Well,
and then the guy leaves and the dog.
So yeah, we covered all of our bases, and of course, as always, we're very upfront. I'm like, your dog is so fragile, he could die here. And he said, if he's not potty trained, I can't keep him, and I've already been told I should euthanize him. And so
from
so we were like, well, then we've got nothing to lose. We've got buckle up, everybody. We got nothing to lose.
I don't like this. I don't want to come in to my kennel.
No. Anyway, we were all in agreement. That's the only reason we took the case. And we said, okay, so the dog was a little listless, not like we were panicking. We were fine.
Well, it was our very first time meeting him.
Yeah, so we don't have a baseline.
We had no idea what normal looked like. And I'm like, yeah, well, let's keep him. I think the guy had somewhere he had to be, or he needed to keep. That's what it was.
He needed him boarded overnight.
He needed him boarded anyways. So the agreement we made was the trial will be a boarding night.
Yeah,
that's what it was. And I was like, how did I agree to that? And we got him in there. I think probably the guy is like, he's the best dog. He's so funny. He's so silly. And we're looking at him and he's like,
he looks like he's half dead.
Yeah. The face only a mother could love.
His tongue hangs out the side of his mouth.
His eyes go two different directions. Which is all endearing when he's not sitting in a pile of his own shit.
Correct.
Which is what we're dealing with. So
this to say, this is a pretty big project.
Yeah. So the guy gets him in. I'm a little bit like, this is strange. So the guy leaves, and we're initiating this is our overnight. We're kind of walking him around on the leash. And I mean, as soon as we exit like our indoor lobby to go outside on a potty break, that's when I think we're seeing some seizure activity. I mean, and his owner had been gone like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, he
long.
barely the dust didn't settle in the parking lot before his dog stopped
Yeah.
dead in his tracks. And we're like, come on, buddy, it's time to go potty. And he froze and he literally fell over like
Like a fainting goat.
a fainting goat or like tipping a cow.
Yeah.
Let's like harken back to our field
To
parties.
to our Midwestern
To our
roots.
Midwestern roots. He fell over. And so when you say he went tits up, he literally did.
Yeah, I was struggling to find a pulse. He was breathing okay, but yeah, I mean, I whacked him on the chest and he kind of
came to a little bit. But like we had to
Yeah.
stand him back up on his feet.
yeah.
And then he went potty. And then we went back in and he started eating. We were like, what
Yeah,
in the
we
hell is going on with this dog? We
We-
offered him food and water.
Yeah, just to like he kind of got like after that and we brought him back in, he kind of came to and then we offered him food and water and I was like, "Okay."
So we promptly called his dad.
I was like, "Dude, you said he was more alert than this at times." Like so the he hasn't owned the dog that long,
No,
right?
like a month or
So
6 weeks.
This is just like I think that's why we're telling this story because we had to collaborate with the owner who didn't know him very well. It's kind of been through down a traumatic path with them already. I mean, they've been in the
Yeah.
emergency vet.
Yes.
He's almost died a couple times. The dog has. We've collaborated with the vet. Over and over again. I mean, we were very careful before we made sure before we took this case on. And so we called him and he's like, well, he's missed some doses of the seizure meds that the vet told
yeah.
us.
Yeah. And so
And
that's
I
what
was
we
like,
were seeing.
well, I think we're going to need him to be on those meds because I can't potty train a dog that's not conscious.
Yeah, we said we can do a lot of things, man, but we can't train a dog that's unconscious.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Poor
little Guinness.
So I think did we get through the night or did
We
he
got-
come get him?
He stayed overnight.
Yeah.
And the next morning, the dog was a little peppier, and we promptly sent him home to regroup.
He was a little peppier. When did I first see him? Like at that point, I'm like, I'm not sold that this is the best choice for the dog. And I pretty much told the dog's dad that. And I said, here's some things we're going to try. He's got to be on these meds. The vet said so. This is what we're seeing. I think he's got to be on the meds.
Correct.
And so we got him home for like a week or two and kind of did some of the things we told him to do, used the meds consistently. And I think we
got some traction.
yeah, signs of life, right? Like he's kind of back to his like playful self that like was the side of him that
we had not seen.
got him adopted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So we brought him back in for camp.
And now he goes home next week. Is he home this week?
Yeah.
He might go home this week.
Yeah. So what basically it was just potty and crate training and he's holding it and is there, right? Like, so we always wonder when we take these cases on like cognitively, what is realistic here, right? Like when the guy he brought him back, you weren't here for this. He brought him back in the morning that he dropped him off for training. And I'm like, dude, like, he's so sweet. And the dog's just sitting there like, oh, I'm like, okay, like at least he's, looks stable. And he was way more peppy running around the office. And I'm like, okay, like I can work with this. And I was like, are you like, you're sure this is what you want to do? And he's like, yes, absolutely. And so I pick him up and I'm like, I guess you're staying with us for a minute. And the dog like leaks urine out on me.
Oh.
I'm like, Chris, dad's name's Chris. I'm like, is this normal? And the guy gives me the funniest look like, yeah, it is. I'm like,
oh my God.
okay, like, so some urinary incontinence, he has a very funny gait. His spine is obviously very.
His tail is jacked up.
I mean, I'm sure somebody that's a French bulldog expert could take one look at him and be like, "Oh yeah, it's blah blah blah." But up until this point, I mean, we're just figuring it out. But I mean, it's one of those cases. He's holding his potty, and he's learned a couple of things, like a little bit of leash walking, and like he obviously didn't have the capacity to do a lot of commands and tricks and stuff, but I think with what we're seeing, I'm kind of I'm not going to say glad we took the case because it hasn't resolved yet.
Yeah,
but I'm glad we gave it a chance because that morning that he brought him in, I hadn't seen any of like the redeeming qualities, and I'm just sitting here thinking
the dog's life is not great.
Yeah,
basically.
I'm like, well, how much more are you going to put this guy through?
Yeah.
And I'm glad we gave it a chance because he's pretty happy and funny after all.
The dad's main priority is obviously potty and crate training, but for us, that's not a standalone thing. It's way part of a way bigger picture. And so he's gotten the leash walking and some obedience, and he's gone on field trips to Lowe's and Feeder Supply. And he when he's excited, he like wallers, and he like spins around on the couch and snuffs and gruffs and makes all the Frenchie snort noises. And he does it in the back of the car when the girls bring him on a field trip, and he likes to chew his bone. And so now we're kind of all fans of old Guinness. So I'm hoping, here's to hoping that he
this is one we'll have to update.
Keeps up the potty at home, and he's able to live happily ever after, and his dad is actually able to go to his office and work.
Oh yeah.
But again, I say it all the time, we have the best clients. Is kudos to this guy. He took a dog that was in way rougher shape than he bargained for, and he got way more than he expected. And I'm glad we took the case too, because I feel like there's not a lot of other people that would help him with this, because it was a nightmare.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you told him, he was like, he's having so many accidents and he's so stinky. You told him to just put his crate in the shower.
I did
help him clean up faster.
Because he wanted him to come to us for camp so badly. And I said that as much as I want to help you, that dog is not stable enough medically for us to work with. And I will not be taking him until he is more stable and we've talked to the vet. And I said, so let's talk about, this is all my phone consult
This is
stuff.
why you answer the phone.
So I said, let's talk about some practical ideas, right? You have a dog. It's probably behavior also, but it's mostly a medical condition why he is going to the bathroom all the time on himself.
Incontinent.
Yeah, poop and pee. And so I said, lift up the crate and put it in the bathtub, because that way your mess is at least contained, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody's ever had a dog that had a cut on its ear and the dog shakes its head, you can know how much gross things are all over your house. Yeah. So I'm like, if this dog is like in his poop and then he's shaking and he's getting it all over, like, let's be a little practical.
Yeah.
So anyway, we have a lot invested in Guinness. His dad has a lot invested in him as well. And cheers with our Guinness mugs. Is that what you drink Guinness out of? I prefer a wine glass.
A pint glass.
Okay.
Idiot.
Guinness. I like a wine glass. So you drink your meat beer out of whatever you want. Cut it up with a fork and a knife.
It's all right. I won't be drinking anymore until Christmas.
Cheers to Guinness. It's too hot for it now, isn't it?
Yeah.
See?
Because it's hot girl
Because it
summer.
has mashed potatoes over the top of it.
It's hot mom summer.
You can't be drinking mashed potato meat beer for hot mom summer. That'll ruin your bod.
Girl, it's already ruined.
Anyway,
it's already ruined.
Cheers to Guinness. Guinness, we'll update on him for sure.
Yep.
All right.
We'll be right back.
My dog won't heel, stay or sit.
My dog won't heel, stay or sit.
But I didn't give up, no, I did not quit.
No, I didn't give up, I did not quit.
He went to Dog Training Camp USA.
He went to Dog Training Camp USA.
Now he can heel, sit, and stay.
Now he can heel, sit, and stay.
Sound off.
502
Sound off.
356.
Sound off.
502 356 3059.
We're back for a new segment.
We have a new segment.
called Matchmaking with Matt.
Matchmaking with Matt. So Matt is our producer
He's our friend.
and our friend.
And he said when we sat down to record today, he was like, hey, you guys, I really want to talk to you about something. I've been thinking about getting this type of dog. And we were like, hold the phone, Matt. Let's record this conversation.
You can't talk about that unless we're recording.
So this is a conversation we help people with all the time, and we wish more people would ask us, like, hey, what do you think about this breed of dog for me and my lifestyle and the season of life I'm in? And we always
love doing this.
It's really fun for us, and it's silly. So we're going to talk about matchmaking, Matt, with a new dog. And if we like it, we can have people write in to us and give us a short, like, hey, here's some 3 things about me. What kind of dog should I be?
Yeah.
Should I
Or
get?
if they're actually thinking about getting a dog, like we can actually have a conversation with them because it's fun.
It is fun.
Okay. Matt,
Take it away.
So I'm here for Hot Mom Summer. It's me. I'm the hot mom for the summer. So I love Shiba Inus. I think they're cute. I think they're goofy. They scream, which is funny until it's not. But I don't know. Like, I know they're high energy dogs. I am not like, I'm not an outdoorsy person. I'm an outsidesy person.
okay. Oh, I like that. There's a difference. For
Yeah, oh,
sure.
yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
I like to go outside. We go on walks and stuff, but like, I'm not the guy who's backpacking, into the woods and hiking overnight and stuff. Like, I'm a campground hiker,
Okay.
like stuff like that. So, my schedule is a little weird, which I know is always kind of a thing whenever you have any new animal. But basically, I'm just trying to figure out, like, would a Shib be a good fit for somebody who, I like to go outside. I don't, we're not going on huge long walks or anything crazy like that. It would be the only dog, one dog household.
And you have a cat.
Yes.
One cat?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So my first question to you was, what do you want out of the dog? And so what I mean by that is we know that the dog is going to be active, right? So we've got to figure out how to scratch that itch. But what are you doing when you're not being outside person? Like, are you a TV guy? You want a dog that's going to cuddle you? Like, what are you looking for on the not activity days?
Kind of just like chilling around the house. I'm a video game guy. We watch TV, play video games and stuff. But also, like with my cat, I currently have like we're playing, like she doesn't play fetch very well, but she'll chase things and
Yeah, okay.
like games and stuff inside the house. So not really like I don't need a couch dog. I don't need something that's just gonna sit there and chill with me all day.
Okay.
But something just not hyperactive, but active enough to like get me up and about in the house as well.
Okay. Melanie, would you like to weigh in?
I haven't, full disclosure, I haven't trained a ton of Shiba Inus.
I've
They're
worked with 2.
not super popular. They're popular like in the social media kind of ironic
that's 'cause
way.
they're cute.
And they've made some like that has kind of made them popular. So maybe it's just where we live that are not that popular. So they're not, I don't know them as well as I would know something else, but I do know Asian breeds. And typically they're not, if you've never had an Asian breed before, we're talking Chows, we're talking Shar-Peis, we're talking Shibas, Pekingese. They're a little different. They're just made a little differently.
They're kind of aloof. And so, like,
Yeah.
if you said, my wife and my favorite activity is to sit on the couch and snuggle, and we want a dog to lay in between us, and we want to both be able to pet it, then when you ask me about a Shiba Inu, I would say no.
Mm-hmm.
And these are, of course, let's disclaimer this.
Yeah.
These are broad generalizations.
You may have had a Shiba that, if you're listening to this and you had a Shiba that was a Velcro to you, then
You're lucky.
don't be offended.
Yeah, don't be offended.
You know, obviously there's always exceptions to the rule with breed, but I mean, I'm always like, you know, you got to research the breed. You got to take out what's going to be appropriate from that breed. So like Shibas, there's obviously pros and cons. They're super playful and goofy and make people laugh. And I think obviously like their intelligence level makes them capable of being able to learn a lot of things.
They're also bossy and kind of have an attitude.
But they're fucking pain in the ass to train, brother.
Yeah, they're hard to train. They're
Yeah.
very, very smart, and they have an attitude. It's like, I know what you want me to do, but why should I actually do it for you?
I'm skeptical.
Like, let me think about it.
Yeah.
So they're also a little bit bossy.
Do you find, how do I ask this? Do you find satisfaction in overcoming a challenge?
Yeah, I would say so. And
Is that a
like,
Pisces thing?
right.
He said he was going to tell me a sign.
Yeah, we're doing matchmaking. Like, hi, I'm Matt. I'm a Pisces.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Matt, can you guess what I am?
I could not. I'm so bad with horoscope stuff.
Okay, I just wondered. I'm a Gemini.
I would have to ask my wife. She could come in. She could be like, yeah, you know what?
Okay.
It's like our friend Chloe who can tell, who's a band kid and can tell what kind of instrument you play.
She
based
just looks
off
at
your
you and knows
personality.
Yeah,
what kind of
I'm-
instrument you play.
I'm more on that side. What instrument do I play?
I don't know.
I was a band kid.
That's Chloe's party trick. I don't know, man.
I don't know. I mean, you got a guitar
No.
sitting over there. I think you played that in marching band.
She got mine right. I was like, that's amazing. Anyways, back to Matt.
So far, I mean, it kind of sounds like a cat trapped in a dog's body to some
They're
degree.
very
they're
cat-like.
very cat-like.
You're exactly right. They're very cat-like.
Which, I mean, that kind of works out. My wife and I are both very much cat people. She's had cats her entire life. I've had my one cat for quite a while, but I'm the guy who is head over heels, like, with his cat. Like, I love my cat more than life itself. So, like, I'm a cat person.
I feel like
I'm a
a
cat person,
Shiba
too.
would actually not be a bad fit for old Matt.
Yeah. Here's what I would say. Because of the tendencies, I would like to see you have a plan of how you're going to manage the dog a little bit. So, of course, you've been listening to us do these podcasts. You know we love dog crates. Like, the dog is going to need a certain amount of structure and kind of routine to where he's always looking to you to see what he's supposed to do instead of being a menace and being a cat and making his own choices.
Mm-hmm.
So that can be a challenge for a cat person, which I'm a cat person as well, because we're treating the dog the exact opposite of how you treat the cat, even though the dog and the cat are similar kind of behaviorally.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I would say is I think it could be really good if you're a cat guy and you already kind of know the breed a little. I think it might be a good fit.
Yeah.
But let's have like a management plan and we want to we know what the tendencies are that are troublesome. So how are we going to prevent those before we get started?
Mm-hmm.
The other thing people mention to us too, and I'm just bringing it up because you mentioned it. You're like, my schedule's weird. Like they would probably be in the crate too much. Like obviously, if we're talking more than, I mean, everybody has their one-off days, but I'd say if your dog has to be in the crate 10 to 15 hours a day, like let's probably discuss not getting a dog.
Yeah.
But I don't ever want people to like let that discourage them because you have a full-time job 9 to 5. Like if I don't want you to feel guilty. Like if the hours spent outside of the crate are meaningful and structured and stimulating for the dog, they can be in the crate.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, and if you have an accidental 12-hour day because your car broke down, like it's not the end of the world.
Yeah,
Like your
that's
dog
true.
will be okay.
Well, and when they're little baby puppies, you got people like us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we could do a puppy camp. We can help with that kind of transition and that, oh my gosh, we got a dog and we didn't. Now what are we going to do for the next whatever time frame? So
Yeah.
we can help with all of that and get you guys on the right foot. But yeah, the crate is the biggest thing. People just feel guilty about it and don't want to use it, but it's necessary on so many levels, not just potty training, but behavior and boundaries and teaching the dog a shut off switch. all of these reasons we love it, and it doesn't have to be forever, but it definitely has to be during puppyhood. And so it's a matter of you guys really figuring out what would it look like, what are our shifts, who's home when, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and just I mean, I cannot emphasize enough breed research, right? So like, I had a lady I was working with that had a Catahoula leopard dog, and it fucking ruined her life, right? And I said, "Why did you get this dog?" And she was like, "Well, when I was a kid, I saw one climb a tree," and I was like, "That's why." It's now literally climbing the walls of your house and climbing out of your fence, and is a pain in the ass to manage, right? Like, there's situations where sometimes you just end up with a dog and that's what you got, right? Because one found you in some way. But
if you have a choice and you have some forethought,
if you're choosing your own destiny,
if you saw a dog climb up a tree,
That's not the dog for me.
don't get upset when the same kind of breed climbs up your house. I mean, that's what.
well, I think making decisions just in general, not from a place of I saw that and I thought it was cute out of context and it belongs in my environment, in my home, like that. I'm just saying those are things that cause people a lot of heartache down the road, and it's totally avoidable. And I'm always like, most of our job is helping people come to terms with the decisions they've made.
That's accurate. Yeah. Well, we just had a client. Sorry, I was going to interrupt you.
go
Sorry.
ahead.
We just had a client that has a very challenging dog. It's an American Shepherd, which is kind of like a miniature Aussie. Okay. Nobody would know that it's a different breed. It's AKC stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's cute, freaking cute as the day is long, this dog. But when I look at this dog, I'm like, oh no, that ain't coming in my house, because I already know it's a tiny tornado.
It's a Tasmanian devil looking dog. It's fluffy and it doesn't sit still.
He's just, oh my gosh, he's crazy. So we did camp, and camp went really well. The dog he was with it, man, and did great. And she got the dog home, and he's started falling apart like a cheap suit, as Melanie would say. And she said to me on the phone, I wanted a lap dog. And I said, you didn't get a lap dog.
You got a working dog.
You got a working dog.
Yeah.
And so that's the kind of stuff, like if we would have talked to her beforehand, we maybe even could have helped with a conversation between her and her husband and to pick the dog, because they had very different views.
Yeah.
And now they're kind of struggling. So it's just, we love it when we can help people at least think about things before it happens.
Yeah. And they're going to be fine.
Oh,
Dog's
they're
gonna be
absolutely gonna be
fine.
fine. He's good. He's a good boy.
But I mean, it's the same thing.
But it's the expectations of the humans that have to adjust.
Yeah. But it's the same thing as like kids. Like there's going to be a really hard season. And for her, until that dog turns probably 2 or 3, she going to struggle.
Sorry, Jessica.
I'm sorry, Jessica, if you're listening to this. But it's okay. We're here for you. She's actually coming out to the kennel tomorrow.
She is. She's coming out for extra session because we ain't going to leave her hanging.
Yeah.
She's struggling.
Yeah, man. So, Matt,
Yeah.
do you have any other burning questions about Shiba Inus?
Not that I can
Off
really
the top
think
of my head, I cannot for the life of me think what, like history-wise, what they were bred for. Like that's always my first Google search, right? Like, because I don't have my computer in front of me, but I'm always like, what were they supposed to be doing? Oh, yeah. And that helps us make sense of their behaviors.
Yeah. I was about to say, I feel like they were some sort of working dog. I think there's only, 6 or 7, like, native breeds to Japan to begin with.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
He's our resident Japan buff. He knows all the things. You probably already know more about Shiba Inus than I do, because I've just not worked with that many. But
yeah. So we officially give you our blessing. You've been blessed.
I've been blessed.
Go ahead and get a Shiba Inu, and then we can talk about its misadventures once you get it.
Every single one of them.
All right.
that's all we got for this week.
Thanks for joining us, everybody.
All right. And thanks to Matt.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks for listening to this episode of Love 'Em and Lead 'Em. If you want to hear more, be sure to check us out every other week on Spotify, Apple, iHeart, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Please be sure to follow us on Instagram at Dog Training Camp USA Louisville, and check out our website at dogtrainingcamplouisville.com for more information on our training and other services.
If you need help with your dog, don't hesitate to reach out. You can find our contact details in the show notes.
We'll smell you later.